How's it going, everyone? Gramps Races here, and that was a perfect example of how not to overtake the AI. We barely just tapped the rear left tire, went offline, went into the AI, and then spun around, and then we decided, you know what, let's just drive into the oncoming traffic and completely wreck our front end. Yeah, alright, I decided to start off with a little clip there. I think I might try that for a couple videos and see how that goes. But anyway, sorry, back to the race. Started on a grid start here. We've actually pulled away already to .3, so decent run. This video, this is about to get real dicey here. So didn't have a good run, and we're gonna go extremely defensive, commit to the left sand. He just cuts across like we're not there, even though we were alongside. We make contact, and he goes offline. I'm going to go ahead and replay this. Let's see what happens here. So I'm committed on the left. There is a corner here which I do have to take, and I do have to steer. I do steer and I straighten out. He decides to come across on the racing line like I'm not there. I don't know. I think he might have thought maybe the ghost system was going to activate, but it didn't. And we're going to go ahead and get that W right there. Alrighty, going to the next track. It's going to be the Russian circuit. It's going to be yet another grid start. We're going to get a decent start. We're actually going to go ahead and get a better one than our opponent, but as you can see, he is pulling, or they are pulling away right now. They have passed us, so we know that they have a faster, quicker car, and we're going to go ahead and tuck in. Our opponent goes into the back of the AI. We're going to go ahead and squeeze in there and collide with the AI, and our opponent's just going to somehow ghost through everyone and get past us once again. Interesting corner there. So our next step is just to pass the AI in front of us so we have no obstacles to our opponent. As we know, the AI, you don't want to get stuck behind them for a very long time, as they do slow you down in the corners. They corner significantly slower. And look at that. Yeah. It's not a good race. The AI, oh god, they are so frustrating when you try to get by them. They get so slow in the corners, but they get defensive in the braking zones. Like in that instance, if you replay it, they actually, if you look at that line that the AI takes, he was actually going to have like 2 wheels and corner cut. Like he's going to have 2 wheels off the track and corner cut it. So they get really defensive under braking, it seems, which is really annoying because they brake really early. So it's just unfortunate, but as I say that, we've actually caught back up, so obviously our opponent has had some trouble overtaking these AIs, and he goes really wide, and now we're right back in it. We only have 2 corners left, though, so we're going to see what happens here. As we come up to the second to last, he's going to go really wide. We follow right behind him. He gets a really bad exit. We're going to go barely miss him. He comes back and tries to spin us out. We go onto the grass. We start spinning across him. Let's take a look at this. Oh man, we just barely miss him by like a millimeter. Then he goes into us, tries to spin us out. We go on the grass. We somehow don't crash yet. Then again, we come across. He again sticks on our quarter panel, but we beat him in the end. They can't hold us down by dirty racing. Get out of here with that. Oh man, it was so satisfying to win that race. So satisfying. Alright, going to Yas Marina here. It's going to be once again a grid start. We are we're in 6th place, 7th place. Our opponent's right behind us, and right away it's pretty close, neck and neck. It seems that our cars are decently matched, at least with acceleration. So right now we really just want to be trying to clear the AI as quickly as possible. As you can see me, I'm going off the track. We actually both clear the AI together, and we go through the ghosting system, and we're kind of back to where we were. He actually gets overtaken by a couple of AIs because the AIs have the straight line speed. We tried to cover off Verstappen a little bit too late there, which is unfortunate because we don't want to go in the braking zones with all these AIs and suddenly we get a corner cut and all of this shenanigans. The AIs, when you get into these heavy braking zones, are just the absolute worst. Our opponent has the run. We're going to give him the space. Excuse me. And so now we're going to be chasing. We're going to go ahead and tuck in behind him. and we're going to see what happens on this braking zone. There aren't any AIs. We get a little close. He seems like he's taking some weird lines, so we're going to see. We're still right with him, so it's looking good. It's looking good, and now we have a really good run. We're going to maybe not. I backed out of there. I could have went for it. It probably would have been pretty risky, but this is going to get risky right here. We unghost at the weirdest time. It actually unghosted us when we were actually still making contact on that, right out of that corner there. And unfortunately, it kind of just, we get stuck on each other and he spins out basically. And yeah, we're going to go ahead and take the win there. It was really weird. The ghost system kind of actually not super robust there. It just unghosted us when we were still making that contact, and unfortunately our opponent came out for the worst on that one. Alright, going to, I think this is the Russian circuit again. We try to cover off the AI there, but unfortunately he gets between us and our opponent. At this point, I'm just literally swerving all across the track just to cover off the AI so they don't get in front of me. But yeah, so we actually get past Valtteri Bottas there, and once again, there's still one AI in front of us. So we're just going to try to hit our marks as well as we can to get past the AI, and then we can go ahead and try to hunt down our opponent. And we do just that. It seems we're going to go for the move here, see if we can outbrake him. We do get past the AI. So now our opponent's in 5th place, we're in 6th. And we're just going to be hunting them down at this point. Let me know your thoughts on the video, what you guys think of the game, how do you guys feel about the AIs? Are they balanced? Do they need tweaks? Let me know your thoughts down below. In the meantime, we've brought the gap down to 0.5. It's coming down a little bit, but right now, as we're on the back straight, he actually starts bringing that back up, so that means that he has a higher top end build with his car. We're slightly covering the AIs off. He goes really wide, and we're going to go ahead and bring that gap down significantly to 0.2. So this is it's looking decent. He goes really wide again, and I go wide there. So neck and neck. Once again, it's coming down to the last 2 corners. I don't know what it is about this track, but it just always seems to be like that. And he went a little wide. We're going to get the ghost system. We're going to get that cheeky ghost system overtake. A little bit of abuse with the system. You know, if you do, you can get that, you can trigger the system just to take the racing line and get that overtake done. So, we're going to another grid start. This is going to be on the old update, once again, going through some of the old footage, but they are fantastic races. I believe this is the Hungarian track, if I'm not mistaken. But we're going to go defensive right away, and we're going to just kind of, I was paying attention to our opponent, and I missed my braking zone. But yeah, so I noticed that his car is a lot quicker than mine, so I'm going to go instantly defensive here. Stay on the left-hand side, and we're going to go ahead and stay ahead. But I know there's going to be a straightaway here, so once again, we're going to go ahead and stay to the middle of the track. But we're going to give him just a car's width, and we're going to stay there. And not only do we keep our position, but we fly up like 4 or 5 AIs, or maybe like 3 or 4 at the same time. So not only do we successfully defend our position, but we put 4 AIs between me and our opponent, and that's all we needed. Nothing really happened after that, so we went ahead and cut that to the end there. But yeah, if you guys notice that your enemies or your opponent's car is quicker, try to get the AIs between you and them, because they will slow them down. Alright, to our last race of the day. It's going to be on Zandvoort, and we're just going to go really wide into the gravel, lose about a second, and we're already chasing the pack within the first sector. Not a good start whatsoever. So we have our work cut out for us, right? So this is going to be difficult because there's a lot of high-speed corners, and the AIs and high-speed corners do not mix very well. But as I say that, we actually are gaining on our opponent, and we're just going to go ahead and shove the AI out of the way. Almost lose control there, though, with that high-speed corner, but we end up saving it. We're okay. But all of that has cost us time in the meantime. And now we're down by 1 point, or actually 1 second here. and we have about 3 AIs in front of us. So this is a tall order. As we are nearing the last sector, we do have to start making these positions up quite quickly. And so we're going to be trying to do that here in that heavy braking zone. There's only one corner left. That one AI has passed our opponent, so that's good. And it seems like the AIs tried to pass, and there was a little bit of momentum lost there. And we're going to get the run. It's going to be really close to the line here. Just barely eke it out, and won by 0.03. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, all that stuff, and have a great day. Peace out, guys.